Ladies, gamers, and gentlemen, welcome to BelleNOiR's Starcraft 2 cast. Today we have a game between I am Nestea and ChinaiG or ChinaiG. I don't know how I should be addressing this guy, and this was played, I think, on the American server, so I don't know what to make of this. But regardless, it is a best of three. It has apparently been played as part of some tournament, which I don't know about. I apologize for that. But still, we have a game to cast. So let's introduce the players. The map is going to be BelleNOiR Vestige. Here in the lower right corner, we see the blue term player, ChinaiG. China? Maybe it's ChinaiG actually. I'm just going to go ahead and call the player China. In the top left position, we have the incredible miracles. I am Nestea. Yeah. And this should be interesting because Nestea, you know, he's a legend. The famous Nestea Award, as it's called, and all that stuff. And like, even him being so old when he won his GSL, like. And he is still playing the game. He is over 30 years old right now, and he is still one of the feared Korean Korean professional players. So a little bit of a pause there. Oh, so it looks like this was played on the Chinese servers. Because this is definitely Chinese. This is not Korean. So I don't know what was going on there. Anyways, back to the game. China getting the refinery on 12. Gonna be going for a Reaper probably. And actually not getting the refinery on 12. This was a normally timed refinery. Or was it? No, it was a refinery on 12, excuse me. So, going for a Reaper. Meanwhile, Nestea getting his expansion up, followed by a gas and a pool. So he's going to have a decently timed link speed here for him to make use of. And, well, this Reaper is going to be annoying. Let's see if China actually queues up a second Reaper. That's what I want to see, because with two Reapers you can be very, very, very annoying. With only one Reaper, that's more used for scouting purposes than anything else. But yeah, the second Reaper is being queued up right now. The first one making his way over the map. But you know, Nestea, he should be just fine with the queens in production, about to come out. 4 lings being produced. The lings are going to buy the time for the queens to finish, and as soon as those 2 queens are out, these will be enough to defend versus these 2 Reapers. A couple of drones may go down here, but I rather doubt it, as look at that timing. Look at the timing. The lings just about popping out. They're going to be making sure this Reaper cannot get too close to the drones. And the natural base, well, the queen is just about to pop out there, so... And there are no drones there, actually, yet. Ling's trying to go first round, and the Reaper will not be successful. The Reaper does get away. The second one is just chilling at the natural expansion of China, who is getting it up along with the bunker. Did Nestea see that bunker? Oh, he didn't, but he did see that expansion, so he knows what is up. Now he has to know what is the follow-up, and since he's hovering precisely over the factory, he knows what's going on. He even sees the add-ons, and China, failing to shoot at that overlord a little bit, does have the Marines to do so, but decides not to. He's being merciful to his opponent. That's what he's doing. I definitely feel like that is the case. The speed is finishing though, and the wall-off is not yet completed. There we go, finishing off wall-off. Good moves here by both players. Nestea going to be taking his third base here relatively shortly, and then we may see a Roche Warren going down, actually, because Hellions should be... Oh, actually, no! No Hellions for you! Straight up tank play! Wow, I have not seen tanks being produced in this matchup for such a long time, and Well, basically, Nestea doesn't have to build a Roach Warren now, because he knows there are going to be no Hellions out. So he's just free to attack. He can do whatever the hell he wants right now, and I'm kind of expecting him to build 2 Evil Chambers, get a lair, get a Spire. That would be what most Zerg players would be doing. Nice catch there, catching that Reaper off guard. There is a second one though, and it is going for a rescout of Nestea's base. Not going to see much, unfortunately, because there is no Roach Warren, no lair. He's checking for the lair timing, I feel like, and maybe gases here. And he already knows about the third base, so no need to go and check there. Third command center going up as well for China. And, well, we do have 2 Hellions produced after all, so maybe China just wanted to get that 1 tank just to be safe versus any sort of Baning busts. You know, tanks are better versus Baning busts because they don't have such a long cooldown as compared to mines. Mines take 40 seconds to recharge, but the tanks, they can fire every couple of seconds or so. And that is obviously very good. So China going to be using these Hellions, but there's already quite a lot of Zerglings out on the field. Let's take a look here. Oh, not a lot actually. 7 Zerglings only, but not that many Hellions attacking so far. We have 6 Hellions right now. This should trigger more Zergling production from Nestea. The moment he sees those Hellions approaching, he should start making more Zerglings, and there we go. Indeed, he does. Finally, this Overlord is being chased away from the main turn army, and only a couple of drones going down here with these Hellions. 4 drones being killed total this game so far. Baneling Nest about to finish, as well as the lair. So Nestea, he can move on into Baneling speed and Spire immediately if he wishes to do so. The upgrade timings are very similar for both players here, both of them getting 1-1 for their ground army. And I really like how China is being active with these Hellions, trying to deny creep tumors and creep spread overall, because, you know, the more creep tumors and the more creep the Zerg player gets, the more comfortable he feels and the more he sees on the map. So there's the macro hatch, the Spire going down, the pneumatized carapace for the increased overseer speed, and we have centrifugal hooks going down as well. All looking good in Camp Nestea, and it looks like he's also looking to take a 4th base. There we go, 4th base going up shortly here. But China as well, establishing his 3rd base so far. He is keeping up with Nestea's economy. What he's not keeping up with is Nestea's micro, as he wasn't looking for just a fraction of a second, wasn't babysitting his Hellions, and suddenly he has no Hellions. And I really like what Nestea is doing here, trying to take both expansions at the same time, because that way, if you end up having to cancel one, you still have the other one finishing. And Nestea canceling the expansion over here. Actually, that wasn't a cancel. And right now China trying to drop the main base. Not going to work. The Lings are there just in time, and China taking his time to try and spread Widow Mines around the map. While Nestea, he is getting his Muta count up. And once those Mutalisks are out, dropping Nestea is going to be exponentially harder. But somehow China does manage to get that drop in. As one of the observers says, Bing ni lagma probably means, do you have any lags? And yeah, 3 bases versus 4 bases. Does actually China know about this base? No, he doesn't, but he has to suspect at least something. And these medevacs are getting hunted down right now by the Mutalisks. Missile turrets should start production everywhere. Construction everywhere, should I say. A second factory going up right now, but I feel at this point in time Nestea has such a huge advantage, even using baning mines over here to prevent attacks onto this base. That is really, really important to Nestea at this point in time. 2-2 about to finish for Nestea in approximately, well, let us see, 1 minute. Oh, wrong place to morph your banelings at, Nestea, and China is killing the majority of them. Wow, that was a good pickup for him. Even scanning here, picking off the banelings. And China holding on to his 3 bases, but again, not looking at his army for just a second, and Nestea getting the perfect surround here. Widow Mines, though, triggering onto the Mutalisks, but as long as those Mutalisks stay alive and don't die, they can still fire. Of course, this number of Marines making Nestea a little bit scared, so he has to back away. Building spine crawlers all over the place at his 4th base, and probably wants to take a 5th base as well, but there is a burrowed Widow Mine preventing that from happening. As well, China, he wants to take this base out, and Nestea going in. The Widow Mines are not burrowed yet, getting sniped by the Mutas before they do, and this leaves the Banelings to take care of the remainder of the army, but Nestea, for some reason, pulling back, not willing to take that engagement. I wonder what happened there. Another drop attempted by China. Nestea should see that. Nestea. Good. He did see that, but he's reacting a little bit too late to that. And we can see that, yeah. Widow Mine is not going to. Well, it's going to take quite a lot of time, Nestea, for that drone to kill that Widow Mine. I don't know if. Yeah. Getting the mutas there, good calls. Now where's the hive? Nestea just playing so long on lair tech. You know, players like Nestea, DRG, they really love this style. Like, especially if you're going link baiting muta, just don't rush for a hive. No need to do that. Just try to outproduce your opponent, out macro him, out micro him. Really showing off your mechanics. We have a huge engagement over here. The Widowman is doing quite a lot, and a lot of those banelings going down before they even make the connection, but still enough of them remaining. And with more ling reinforcements, can Nestea do this? There are no banelings around though, and the Mutaflux has been decimated somewhat. Lings are not going to cut it at this point in time. Nestea has to wait for these. Oh my god, how many 20 banelings to finish. And for the time being, he is pushing back the Terran army with the lings that he has. It's just a question of time at this point. 5th base getting denied by China at the same time, so good moves by both players here. And with this number of banelings, Nestea just has to engage in such a position that he does not lose all of his banelings to the Widow Mines. Will this base be safe though? No, it doesn't look like it. Those lings arriving just a second too late. Nestea not going to be happy about that. And it doesn't look like China even wants to be taking a 4th base. All he wants to do is continue attacking. Supplies are very, very close here, 180 to 160. Banelings going in, but not getting a single detonation off as China just loads up and gets away. Meanwhile, he wanted to drop the main base again, but that gets cleaned up by the Mutalisks. And not really killing that many drones this match. Only 9 drones have gone down. The Widowmine placement here pretty good for China. And the fact that he's constantly forcing Nestea to engage in these chokes is very good for him, and sniping the Overseers as well. Cool moves, cool moves. And will Nestea be able to break this contain though? Looks like he makes a judgment call and says, well, I'm not going to break out there, so I might as well counterattack. My opponent probably is mining out, so I'm going to cut off his reinforcement path and maybe run into his base. This, of course, allowed Nestea to get rid of these pesky units here, containing his 4th base, but only for a time. As China is getting back into Nestea's face, but these connections were way better than the ones before. The fact that the Widow ones were unburrowed helps tremendously, but ooh, that was so painful to see, getting a hit onto those Mutalisks. But look at the number of Mutalisks here, 27 Mutalisks versus 52 Marines. Do we have any upgrades for those Mutalisks? Yes, we do, +2 attacks for them, but 3-3 finish for the Terran player, and now the army is just so powerful. Look how fast the army is getting rid of Nestea's banelings before they even make contact. And these Mutalisks are in danger of being killed because the Marines, I mean, their DPS is just so high with the +3 attack. Finally, China does kill off that expansion of Nestea. there wasn't very many minerals mined from that expansion, and at the same time another drop going into here. Nestea cannot allow this to happen. He just cannot. He needs that base to finish. He needs to mine from that base, and he does manage to keep it alive for now, but how long will he end up staying alive versus this constant pressure from China? On the flip side though, China, his income is dropping. He only has a couple mineral patches left in the natural base, so he's going to be mining out this third base really quickly if he uses mules. And he pretty much has to use mules to keep his income up on the level that he has it right now. But he takes out a third base of Nestea as well. Nestea deciding to counterattack instead. Takes out all the SCVs, or some SCVs at least, at the third base of China. Kills off the command center, and still has enough time to retreat and go over into the main base and camp the production facilities with the mutalisks. At the same time, there is not enough forces remaining here to kill off this many banelings, and as long as those banelings don't overextend and don't decide to attack into that army, into those Widowmines, they're going to be just fine. Nestea has the mobility advantage right now, and he can start killing off add-ons in the main base. He did kill off the command center already. Plus one carrot base about to finish for the mutalisks as well. And I don't know, I mean, Nestea can still do this. Because look at China, no mining going for him at all. Because of mules, that natural base is mining out slightly faster than Nestea's is. And Nestea, most importantly, has this base. As long as he can keep that base alive, there should be no way China could overpower him. But at the same time, you know, there's the problem with banelings, that once they explode, you lose them forever. Oh my god, no, engaging into a choke. Oh my god, China, you will lose so many infantry units right here, but pulling back just in time. Still a lot of banelings remaining, and now it becomes a question of anti-air, basically. We have 42 Marines versus 27 mutalisks. The more Marines die, the better for Nestea, but he cannot engage into this with that tank there. He would lose all of the banelings. Oh my god, Nestea, what are you doing? No, this is not what you want, Nestea. Oh my goodness, now you cannot fight. All of your army is just so low on health. Those mutalisks will be falling so rapidly. Look at that, all of them in the red. China scans, takes care of the baneling landmines that were laid there by Nestea, and will be able to start mining off of this location very quickly here. And look at the army supplies, 95 to 90, really even, but these mutalisks, they need time to heal. Another engagement here. Good splits from China, kiting away from those banelings, and Widowmines doing a lot as well as those marauders. And now it's only mutalisks, but oh, wait a minute, more banelings coming in from the back. China cannot engage this. He's got no Widowmine support. He could try and tank with the marauders, but he doesn't have that many of them, only 4, and it looks like Nestea's army is just too big at this point in time. 90 supply versus 50, and Nestea is going in! I think he will take this game despite the Widowmine. He doesn't care any longer. Will he get the hits he needs? There are Widowmines burrowed there, but they splash onto the SCVs of China as well, and China GG's out of the game. Wow. Such a good game we saw by Nestea and China right now. This was game 1 of a best of 3. Game 2 coming your way tomorrow. Thank you very much for watching. My name is BelleNOiR, and these are my Starcraft 2 YouTube casts. If you like the video, please hit the like button or share it with your friends. And if you have anything to say, please post it into the comment section. Until next time, until tomorrow to see the conclusion of this best of 3. Stay safe, good luck, have fun, and remember to storm first and ask questions later. See you guys.